Hello. Hello, and thank you for joining me yet again. Here I am, yet again, here I am. I'm gonna run Discord. Maybe I can get someone to join me. Discord. Someone join me. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Here, I'm gonna enable preview for a second. Yep. I'm in there, dude. I'm in like Flynn. Here, let's get into my own server, right? Got it. Got it. I'm gonna just jump into general. There I am. So I'm technically in general. There, I'm in general. In my own chat. That's funny. I'm in my own server. By myself. But hey, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter when you're playing Minecraft. What's up, dude? I have no instantly voxelation. That's why you have no shadows. I can turn it on. I have the new alpha, right? But it runs terribly. It runs so bad right now because it's an alpha. So the dude hasn't, Gree, I think his name is, hasn't put in like the distance modifier for the shadows. So shadows are 12 chunks. It kills the CPU. My CPU dies. Can't handle it. Nope. Just nopes out of there. So yeah, isn't this cool, man? I dig AV1. So I found out what I need in order to build my thing is I'm gonna need more spruce. Oak, dark oak, spruce. I'm gonna need more spruce. So to that end, I'm going to here ender pearls for days, dude. I'm just gonna plant trees. I'm going to plant my trees. Hey, the sun's rising. Perfect timing. So this is kind of a test, right? Like, I want to see if my machine crashes. Or it wouldn't be my machine, it'd be my video card. I'm always messing with the settings, trying to push it to the very, very, very edge of stability to get the maximum performance out of it. And even that, I'm not even getting the maximum performance because I'm not overclocking it. I'm keeping it at stock, or I'm actually underclocking it. I'm not letting it get to its max clock because the amount of heat and power it takes to get to max clock isn't worth the 2-3 frames per second I'll get, maybe 1 frame per second I'll get at that point for the extra like 100 watts of power and heat it takes to get that far. Like, nah, it's not worth it. So yeah, I'm just trying to see like how far I can push it, how little voltage I can give it. I increased the power it gets, but lowered the voltage. So what does that mean? I don't know, man. I'm not an electrical engineer. I don't know that stuff. I'm just, just trying to. I'm just a streamer. Ta-da! So yeah, oh my goodness, this thing's like pumping out the heat. My GPU here, the GPU CPU combo pumps out the heat. It's gonna be an issue, I think, in the summer later on when it gets like super hot, like 90 and 100. Like I have to run an AC in here just to keep it at 85, and now I'm gonna have a heater making it even hotter. I mean, it's only 73 right now, the hot spot 72. It's not too bad. But yeah, it's pumping out the heat for real. Pumping out the heat for real. No joke. It's not a steal. It's for real. It's funny. In 2 days, we're gonna like get the update Oh, I might not, right? Because I have to wait for mods to hurry up. That's funny. Gotta wait for the mods to catch up. So I probably will anyways. I'll ditch some mods. I don't care. Like, most of these mods are just for fun or bug fixes. So, like here, one mod I got that I think is really, really helpful is like, it like gets rid of the gaps in the models, and man, that does wonders to like help the I don't know, help the fidelity of the thing. Plus, I'm using like a 64. I can't see. There we go. 64 bit? Is it bit? Not bit. I guess 64-bit resolution texture pack. So yeah, it looks all clear, right? It looks like, man, I'm wearing glasses or something. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And like, I'm not even using like any of like my VRAM. Like, I've got what, 24 gigs of VRAM, dude. I'm not using hardly any of it. I should be editing video, not fucking playing Minecraft. We're gonna let this decay for a bit, right? Let it decay. You do your thing, guy. I'm gonna go over here. I should get a mod that makes all the leaves just like fall apart. I mean, there's mods where you can just chop down the bottom one, and the whole thing falls apart, the whole tree. It would save a lot of time. That might be an idea I should be using. But then what would I use for filler content? It's almost like cheating too. Like, I don't want to stray too far off vanilla, right? Like, how far off vanilla am I right now? Not really. I got accurate block placement that just helps me place blocks better. I got all my recipes back. That's because I glitched out and it lost all the ones I had. Because I've already played this game for years and I already got them all. Yeah. Replenish my saplings. Replenish. So yeah. So I'm using this card, this reference stock. It's stock reference card, 7900 XTX. Stock, so it's smaller than all the third-party ones, unless they're liquid cooled. Why? Because all the third-party people knew this card's too hot. they're all, you're crazy, AMD, for putting on something so small. So they all put it on a bigger card that could absorb more heat or spread more heat and had bigger fans on it. Like, all of them. But I couldn't fit a bigger card into my machine. Why can't you understand that? I'm telling myself, I'm explaining to myself. I mean, it works. It's hella loud, but it works. It's working now, right? It's not. I'm not crashing. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Wow, check that out. The current temp and the junction temperature are like right next to each other, 70 and 73 degrees. That's pretty impressive. You know what that is? I'll tell you what that is. That is an efficient fan curve. That's exactly what that is. I found a fan curve on Reddit. A Redditor just gave out his fan curve, and it is the baller fan curve. It's amazing. I think that fan curve by itself has increased performance on the card without me doing anything. Well, I mean, no, I did something. I put the fan curve on that thing, but it does amazing. It's amazing because like it keeps the card a lot cooler. And then if the card's a lot cooler, then it can perform a lot better, faster, more, longer, harder. And I've underclocked it, so like, and undervolted it. It should be so much cooler, even though the reference model it's kind of a bad model because it's too small to deal with the heat. My modifications and tuning, I think, have helped mitigate the negative effects of the model, and I still gain the benefit of an XTX, the power. It's just ridiculous performance. Like I couldn't fit anything else. Like, what was the other model I could get? I could get a 4070 Ti or 4070, not even a Ti, because Ti's are the same size as a 4080. No, I could have got a 4070, and I was not content with my 40 or 3070. Why would I get a 4070 if I wasn't happy with a 3070? Like, that's just asking for disappointment. Like, I've made dumb mistakes before, right? Like, I make bad choices. I make a lot of bad choices when I go shopping. It takes me a while to figure it out, and then when I figure it out, the thing, like, it all changes. So I really dislike it. I dislike shopping. At any rate, I'm getting this wood because the Pagoda temple that I found on the internet is actually not. I actually have pictures of it, my own pictures, but I'd have to go digging for it, and I don't want to. And these pictures are pretty good. They're done by like professionals, where I was just doing it with a shitty camera from like far away. These guys, I can get like a little bit better detail. So that's good, and I noticed I need 2 colors of wood, a dark wood and they painted it white, but I can just use birch. So I'm going to use spruce and birch, and that should be like perfect. And then I looked at the pattern, and the pattern looks pretty easy. I mean, like, I have to experiment to get the texture right, and fit it within the confines, like reduce the resolution and whatnot to fit it into Minecraft. But still, I think I can do a good job. And I dig it, and it's called. I gotta remember to write the names down. You know what? You figure I would know these things. I fucking lived in Nara Prefecture for like 3 years. I went all the time to Nara City just to hang out, just to sit at the well, there was a Tully's coffee shop. I went to Japan. I traveled across the world just to sit in a fucking Tully's coffee shop. And people watch, dude. It was so much fun to sit there and just people watch, see all the random people that walked by. I mean, mainly it was Japanese people, so it was just fun to watch Japanese people, to look at them, to see what they like, their fashion and their mannerisms and the way they like interact with each other. It was like really, really, really cool. I did that for hours, man. I loved it. It was and yeah, and like I would go on walks and Todaiji, right? But when you live there, you don't like necessarily like appreciate, I guess. Yeah, dude, that thing's like a cultural heritage. That one and Todaiji. Todaiji is like the oldest like wooden structure. Like, what? The oldest wooden temple? That's crazy. And then Todaiji, which is like I think the biggest wooden structure. And inside of Todaiji is Daibutsu, who is the largest bronze sculpture. Like, Nara is like a baller region, dude. People don't know. It's a sleeper region. People have no idea. You gotta go to the source. You gotta go to the beginning. Every time. just keep going. I have more. Why not keep going? So yeah, it was there all the time. I took pictures of it. Like, I forgot. I never learned the name. It was the Pagoda in Nara. And yeah. But I wrote down the name somewhere, so I have it. I mean, like, no, I have it right here. Let's see. No, I don't. Damn it. Shit, I have to go find it again. Anyways, I'm gonna like fucking copy it and like in Minecraft in the watered grove. In the warded grove. So yeah, this is like kind of a test. Kind of a test, because it's pretty hot in my apartment right now. Pretty hot in my apartment right now, so if this could go for a couple hours, that would be baller. That'd be nice. It would be great. It would be swell. It'd be fantastic. It'd be cool. It'll be nice. It'll be bien. No, bon. Il est bon. C'est chouette. I don't know, dude. See, like, this is what happens when you have, like, fucking no social interaction with people, man. I don't hang out with people anymore. I don't, like, I used to, like, I can't believe it. I used to be all over the world, and now I'm like a hermit. Well, I have no, like, I used to have, like, well, a lot more energy, I guess. I used to be young. Ah ha ha ha. Da 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 ha 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 ha. My. Truth hits me so hard, makes me say, "Oh my Lord." Thank you for blessing me with a really long life and excellent experiences. I don't know. I messed that one up. That's all right. It's okay, because I keep it going. No, I had a great life. I have a great life. My life is pretty great. I can't complain, right? Particularly when I, like, look and see how much more difficult it is for other people. I like, live life on easy cruise mode, dude. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of isolated, and I have no one to talk to. But like, and even if I were to go out there and talk to people, not really. It's more like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Chop wood, carry water. Yeah, no one talks to me. I don't know. Well, no, that's not true, right? Like, my neighbors were all sitting there telling me about like console games. Like, I haven't played consoles in like years. I'm like a PC guy, but that makes me sound elitist. No, what happens is that PC guy. See, that's the thing. Like about me, like all the indicators about me read like a right winger. That's what's so fucked up. Like you'd never know unless you talk to me. Like I'm into building computers. Like I like Minecraft. I like the Matrix. Like like I'm like chronically single. Like like yeah, like everything about me reads like oh incel. Like buys clothes at secondhand stores, so it's totally chronically out of fashion. Yeah, yeah, and like if you didn't know me, you'd be like, "Oh, that guy's a right winger." I want you. I want your stuff. I will sacrifice 6 pieces of wood. All right. I will take your ender pearls. They will serve me in the future. Do do do. So you know what? I tried the new alpha, and I found out the alpha makes light super bright, and my base was like overblown with so much light. So I killed some of the lights, but then I'm like I can't run the alpha and OBS at the same time. So I'm back to the other one, but I've already blown out the lights. So like it's too late. Now my base is really dark. It's not really dark. I put torches back up because it was too dark. And I put those lights up too because I was like, man, it's super dark now. Anyways, I mean, I could even go for like another torch back here. Right, right. That's cool. Let's see what do we got here. Yeah, dude, absolutely no one to talk to. Should make phone calls or something. The spider eye, wield the eyeball and see the darkness. Oh, see what I mean? The darkness. Wield the eyeball and see the darkness. Okay, enough of the sound effects. Oh no. I can fix that immediately. Haha. All right, here. Let's go. Now I need to go get spruce. I think I've got enough. Or not spruce. I have to go get birch. I have enough spruce for now. For the moment. Why are sticks here? They should be down with the wood. Right? It makes more sense if sticks would be like hanging out with the wood, man. Because that's where sticks. Oh, that's what they are. Sticks are wood. That's how you make them. Well, you can make them with bamboo too, right? But in fact, that's how they make these sticks. Is with bamboo. Ha 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 ha. I carry too many sticks. I don't know why. I'm paranoid with the sticks. Okay. Ooh, pretty. Right? Isn't this texture pack or isn't this shader amazing? Like this is beta 18D, but still it's really good. It's really good. It just adds so much. So much. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. With like a light right over your head, right next to a window, with your head pointing to a window. Come on, man. Bad feng shui. Terrible feng shui. I should probably like read up on what good feng shui is to do this. All right, so I have a particular place I like to go to get birch, but it's not here. We have to trek. And it makes me want to build like a rail line or something instead of like riding a horse. Because it's pretty far. Happy Pride Month. Ta-da! Here it is. Oh no, it crashed. Oh no, it didn't crash. I thought it crashed, but you know what? It's like threatening to crash. How dare it do that, right? It like froze the fuck up. It froze up. It's about to die. It's about to die. What can I do? What can I say? Let me look here. Like the temperatures are all fine, dude. I don't know why it would do that. I don't know. It makes me. It's kind of freaks me out. Kind of freaks me out, right? I'm a little bit worried. Utilization is only at 90. Well, here. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So utilization is like up there. I'm not gonna lie. But not outrageous. The junction's only 73. The current temps are 70. All right, the junction's going up to like 75, but that's it, right? Come on. Well within reason. Well within reason. Let me change the culling. This is all weird. Oh wait, no, it's not vertical. It's block state. I don't know. That's just the way it is, man. There are no like ginormous birch trees you can make. Those tall ones are pretty cool, right? But you can't like, I don't know how to like. It just takes time for them to get that big, if ever, if ever. I try not to cut the big ones down because they're big. And it would take a lot of work. And if anything, I don't like to work hard. I mean, I can, and I do. I don't like it. It depends. Sometimes it's all right, but then I don't notice I'm working, right? Then I don't notice I'm working hard, because, you know. Like, I've been working on this computer for, like, weeks on end, hours and hours and hours, trying to tune it. Like, I don't want it to blow up and die, like, or to crash. So like that pause where it like froze for like a second, that freaked me out because I thought the driver was gonna crash or die or something. When the driver does that, it means like, yeah, the card crashed and I have to like dial back the settings. And then the stream ends abruptly, and people are like, "What's going on with this guy?" And then the streaming services are like, "What's going on with this guy? Maybe we shouldn't even give him any kind of like airtime." And they don't. It's so hard to get like anyone to talk to me. Oh my God, an audience. I can talk for hours and no one will even walk in here. Or if they do, it'd be like for 2 seconds and they're gone. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. You don't even know. I mean, y'all do, right? The pain of the streamer. The pain, the loneliness of the long distance streamer. The loneliness of the long distance runner is known to me. Oh, hey, I heard we're gonna have a great fish to fry on the 4th of July. We're gonna have a great fish to fry on the 4th of July. I like that rhyme. We're gonna have a nice fish to fry on the 4th of July. That's Donald Trump. He's being like served, like he's being like sized up for like an indictment, and like it's only an indictment, but that's okay. It gets the ball rolling. He's already like a sexual assaulter. We can add indicted for espionage on top of it. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Isn't that weird that Donald Trump, a former president of the United States, would be indicted with espionage? You know what espionage is? It's spying. Like, when I said that Donald Trump is a traitor, I wasn't joking. Like, I know it's, you know, it was popular to make fun of me. Back then, as I kept saying it over and over and over again. Because it was true. And look at, I'm being shown to be correct. All this time. All this time to be vindicated. All this time. At last. Yeah, who are your friends? I don't even know anymore. I mean, I kind of do. How do you find new friends? That's the hard part. Nah, that's a super hard part. Every time I think I got it, and I'm like, wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Gotta math harder. Gaze upon my work and tremble. Like, I just stripped this forest. It's like, it's gone. It's not here anymore. That's a big one. All right. All right. All right. All right. We can start planting new ones. Plant the new generation. Plant the new generation. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Welcome to the new age. To the new age. What's that from? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where half these things come from. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I used to remember when I was into cars and like bass like that for a brief time, only because my friends were into it. Ah ha 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 ha, and then it became like a status symbol. Then I thought, hey, that's the way you get girls. And no, like so much of my youth was spent like doing things I thought would get me women or get me girls. It's so funny. No. Yeah, but it was way different back then, guys. You don't understand. You don't understand. Like information nowadays, it's so different. The way information flows now, it did not go like that in the past. You were in an information desert. Like in school, you got everything, and if you were lucky, you went to college and you got more. But otherwise, that was it, right? Then you were done getting stuff, like getting information. You were done. It was over, right? You couldn't just look shit up. If you didn't know, you didn't fucking know, and that was the end of it. You would just guess, because that's all you could do. Like maybe go to the library, but come on. Like I guess people did back in the day. Are like people do that. They go to the library, but I think they're making it harder and harder for libraries to exist. Oh, now I'm getting shot in the dark by evil enchanted skeletons. I'll go to sleep. Shot in the foot with an arrow. Call me Achilles. What? Come with me, zombie, into the bright sunshine. Isn't this a nice view? Look at that. How nice. My zombie farm up there, my mob farm. You should check out my mob farm. Yeah, come with me. I'll take you to my mob farm. You can go look at it. Man, who's shooting me? Oh, here, come with me. See, I have no friends. Nobody wants to hang out with me. I was gonna take them to my mob farm and show it off, but they just like left. They ditched me again. Hey, buddy. Hey, come on, friend. Come to my mob farm. Check it out. It's so cool. You'll like it. Where'd you go? Yeah, it's over here, dude. Come on, my mob farm. Come to my mob farm. Aw, you left. He ditched me. He gave me the bone. He's like, take this bone. Oh no, my horse got loose. Oh no, now a creeper came out. Come on. I don't wanna be friends with you, creeper. You're no good. I need to get my horse back. Man, listen to me talk like nonsense. It's okay. It's okay. This is all content. Eventually, the computers at Google are going to use your voice to make AI. Aren't you excited? I didn't sign up for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did when you agreed to put your content on Google stuff. Surprise, mother effer. Great. Great. Now it's raining, and I don't have nearly enough. I might have enough. I don't know. Maybe for a little bit. What am I gonna do? Sit around here and like wait for trees to grow? I guess, kinda. Oh, I should bring a campfire. Do I have any like stuff for a campfire? I need coal for a campfire. Oh, I can chop. Oh no, I don't even need coal. I just need 2 pieces. So what I do is I like. All right, I'm gonna make a furnace. A furnace, dude. What? Where's my furnace? I have to make it first. So it's there. Okay. And then I'm gonna put a birch log here and a birch log there. I'm gonna put 2 there, in fact. Maybe even 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah. 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 And then we're just gonna sit here. Hey, horsey. Under the tree. Okay, well, we got 1. That's alright, we take the 1, and they're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, I think 12 is the limit, but that's okay. And here, we're gonna put that there. Put this here. And then put one of these over here. Hey, little sheepy. Rain. Alright, so this should be all we need for a campfire. Campfire. It was... Alright, so it doesn't actually do it. You have to, like... Still have to do it yourself. But that's okay. Do it yourself once. Isn't that nice? Check it out. That's like... homey. It feels like a home. It feels like a place you can be. In fact, why don't you even like make some like fences? And like make like a lean-to. So that way is north. So that way is south, right? So move out of the way, horsey. And then we need more of these guys. Do I have them? No, I have to make it. Oh, it's right here. No. Okay, here, you know what? I have like an issue with my mouse being like jittery or something. I don't know what the deal is. Like okay, and then the next level up. have to maybe move that campfire. It's good. My lean-to is like right over it. I have to like move it. Oops. Sorry, tree. All right, horse. This is probably not the place you want to. I want you at, right? I'm making this bed for me, not for you. I gotta like find another place to put you, like over here. No, this is my house. Come over here, horsey. Oh wait, you can't. It's like I am a stuck horsey. All right, here. There you go. Um. Silky. Oops, but hey, that works. All right, look at it's an actual like Minecraft like base, mini base, mini base. Yeah, I want this like kind of want this out here, right? Well, you're working on it. And your bed is just where you're sleeping. And this has to be over where your stuff is. All right. Ow. There. Let's see how many of these saplings have grown up in that time. Quite a few, it looks like. In the time it took me to build that, like, a whole forest grew up. That's funny. Uh, super thick forest now. Super thick forest. Thick. It's kind of amazing. I could stream this whole time and not drop any frames. How long have I been streaming? Not even an hour, dude. Come on. That's not all this time. That's 1 hour. All this time. You act as if it's like crazy. You haven't even streamed 1 hour. I heard of people streaming for like 6-8 hours straight. Like incredible, like insane amounts. Like no way could you like handle that. I don't know. Could I handle that? I don't know. Maybe I could handle it, but like I don't know how. How would I do that? Like I'm already like throat's parched. Okay, need a break. Wait a minute. It's already not even an hour, man. Well, you know, I work today. It's like 9:17, dude. It's like I don't want to do this too late because it's a Monday night and people got to work. So like I'll do it for a bit. I'll do it to like maybe maximum of 10, but like what's good for me is that like it's not crashing. Yay. And that's what I want to test. Will it crash? Actually, at the same time, like this is kind of nice to just be mindless resource gathering. Like I don't have to like think too hard. I don't have to like worry too much. I just hang out and play Minecraft, you know? Just hang out and play Minecraft. You know how difficult it is to find someone to do that? To just hang out and play Minecraft? You know how hard it is? I mean, I guess if I wanted to find someone on the internet, like a random person, like, but I guess in real life, it's hard to meet people in real life that play Minecraft. At least at my age. They maybe children do, but not like adults. Can't find an adult that plays Minecraft. Kind of bums me out. Am I like the only one? That kind of sucks. I'm not the only one. La 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 la. I'm not the only one. La 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 la. I'm not the only one. La 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 la. I'm not the only one. Date me, date me, date me. I'm single. Date me. Take me on a date. Date me. Date me, my friend. Date me. Date me again. That's so funny. Holy, maybe I should do like those room size karaoke, like those like private room karaoke things. Like I'm not a very good singer at all, but dude, I would drink alcohol and like belt out old songs with someone for real. That'd be fun. Like man, I had like what happened to all my old friends? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Man, things change. I guess times change. Yeah, we've been going through serious changes as a society of late, like monumental changes. No joke. So yeah, it's gonna strain relationships, things, and then plus just like the movement, plus the mass death event we just all went through with COVID. Man, like we got out of a war finally out of Afghanistan, only to be staring China in the face. Like what's going on, dudes? Did you hear what China did? Like, so all right, so the U.S. does patrols, right, in international waters, and I think maybe that's kind of a dick move. Maybe it's kind of a dick move, like to send your warships up and down someone else's coast. Like, sure, you're in international waters, but you're still doing it, and that's still kind of a dick move. Maybe they're like, but they could be doing it. They could be doing it to show China that hey, we're here for Taiwan. So I think that's what the deal is. I think U.S. ships are patrolling like the Strait of Taiwan, which is international, I guess, or something. They're patrolling somewhere, and the Chinese ship like cut right in front of them, so that if they didn't move, they would have rammed into the Chinese ship and caused an incident. So the U.S. ship had to move out of the way so it didn't hit the Chinese ship and cause an incident. So man, like, I don't know. Do you want to hang out with people, like do business with people like that? Yes, right? They are the number one economy in the world, and they have room to grow because their people are really poor. so they have lots of room to grow. That's true. Like, right? If China grows like the US and the West, if China grows the same way that we do, and forget about it, even China, what about India? India is maybe not as economically developed as China, but it's getting there. And it's 1 billion people too, dudes. China and India together? That's like half the world almost. Like billions and billions of people there, dude. That's a fuck ton of people. So like let's like yeah. We can't get into a war with China. We can't do it. We can't get into wars, any more wars. Like Ukraine is not a war of our choice. We're defending Ukraine. That's different. Taiwan is we're gonna defend Taiwan, right? We're gonna do it. So if that's not a war of our choice, that's not neither one of those are wars of our choice. But if China just like bumps into our ship and starts a war or tries to start a war, we can't do it. We can't do it. There's too many other issues to deal with than to go to war with China. It would just be we don't have the time. We have this global fucking climate change that's gonna wreck us more than anything else. Like I know you guys that people don't want to believe it, but it's gonna wreck us more than anything else out there. Like no nation can drop a typhoon on top of your your cities and flood your cities. No nation can do that. You don't have to worry about nations. You have to worry about Mother Nature fucking kicking your ass. My ass. Our asses. So, yeah, we don't have time to be waiting and messing around with wars. We don't have the time. I'll take the sprout. Yeah. We have to solve climate change. We have to do it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that makes me feel kind of weird about it. Not weird about it, but yeah, kind of weird about it. Because like the way we solve climate change is by changing the way we get energy. We figured this out in the 1950s already with nuclear power, but we kind of messed it up by doing the wrong kind of nuclear power. So if we do the right kind of nuclear power, then yeah, we can solve climate change, or at least begin to mitigate some of the damage, because we can't stop it now, and we're past the point of no return. It's gonna hit us. The question is, how badly will it hit us? Are we gonna roll with the punch, or are we gonna let it hit us square in the chest? That's the question. And the thing is that why should we, as a species, humans, have access to basically unlimited energy when we are utterly violent? Look at how we use our energy. I will look at the invasion of Afghanistan. The United States expended a ridiculous amount of energy to travel across the world, vast sums of resources, like tons and tons and literal tons of tanks and aircraft and Humvees and gasoline and mechanics and spare parts and mess kits and barracks and and radars and everything. They spent ridiculous amounts of energy in terms of gasoline and manpower and machinery. And the machinery, you have to understand, the machinery in itself is not just poof machinery. You had to learn how to use that machinery. You had to gain that expertise over years and years and years and generations. The military isn't just something that came out of nowhere. It's something that's built upon generations of knowledge. So it was so it took incredible amounts of energy and resources to invade Iraq, and the U.S. military did exactly as we, the American people, in the form of the U.S. government, asked it to do. It did exactly what the United States asked it to do. Exactly. It was the wrong thing to do. It was stupid to invade Afghanistan and Iraq. It was stupid. It was a dumb mistake. It was dumb. But the politicians wanted it, not the military. The military did what it had to do, and it did it. And it did it. But to do it, it cost absurd. I can't even fathom the amount of energy and resources it took to invade Afghanistan and Iraq. I can't, to transport all those people and machines and all that stuff from America over to around the other side of the world. That's it's inconceivable. Think of the ancient armies when they went to war. Like Hammurabi, I think it was Hammurabi, is famous because he went over the Alps with elephants. Big deal, dude. You're still in the same hemisphere. Like you shifted continents, sure. You went from Africa to Europe, and then you invaded over the Alps. Okay, pretty cool. But you didn't go halfway across the world. Like you didn't cross like an ocean. The Mediterranean Sea is not an ocean. You couldn't even do it back then. But the thing is that it was a tremendous fucking absurd waste of energy. It was unjust. And so yeah, dude, we could go to war with China and our military would win, would do the best, right? It would do what we command it to do, but it wouldn't necessarily be the wisest thing for it to do. like we shouldn't necessarily do. It would be a bad idea. It would be like telling. It would be like having a loyal dog that you've raised from a puppy your entire life, and then commanding it to jump off a bridge. Like, your dog would do it because he loves you so much and he'll do whatever you want, but you're fucking stupid, you dumbass. You don't deserve that dog. Forgot why I started talking about about that. Wars. Don't get into unnecessary wars. Yeah, Russia invaded Ukraine, and now Russia's gonna collapse. It's gonna fall into civil war. Like, everyone's pointing to the United States like it's gonna go into civil war. Dude, our economy is fine. The economy of the United States is fine. Russia is like choking and it's dying under all these sanctions and can't get anything done. And it's slaughtered like tons of its future, of its potential. And what did it get for it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It invaded a few kilometers of Ukraine and sacked a city and stole their washing machines. Ooh, big win, dude. How much blood did you lose? Like, how much Russian blood did you lose to get a few washing machines, you dumbass? Like, I told you, I fucking made an entire episode directed at you, Putin, fucking telling you what's gonna happen, and you didn't believe me? You dumbass. So same thing with Iraq, right? I went to the world's biggest protest at the time, right? I guess it was literally the world's biggest protest at the time against against any potential of a war, and they fucking ignored us to go to war the next day. Republicans ignored us to go to the war the next day. I mean, Democrats authorized it too, so they're not fucking free of it, except for Bernie Sanders. That guy was on cue. He knew what was up forever. He's always known what's up. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders did not vote for the war in Iraq. See, dude, you can trust Bernie Sanders. He should have been I'm sad he wasn't president. I'm okay with I'm fine. Joe Biden, fine. But I like Bernie Sanders. I think Joe Biden's probably a better person to deal with the Republicans. Well, maybe not. Who knows what the like? I guess the Republicans would have like stonewalled right away. President Bernie Sanders, but he just would have played hardball, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Do any of us really know? All right. My warded mountains. Hey, sheep. Hanging out with me here. I need some of that sweet, sweet Minecraft music, man. So, I have to make it. Well, what I need to do is get some water. But I'm afraid I want to hang out here because it's kind of like cozy. It's cozy. It's cozy. Hanging out by the campfire. It's cozy hanging out by the campfire, but I want to get water and drink. So I want to get up. But to do that, I would have to get up and go get it and be AFK. And at any moment, a creeper could come out and kill me. And like blow up next to me and ruin my nice little lean-to that I made here. So I don't want to do it. But it's nice, right? It's nice. Yeah. My horse is wigging out. Rah! All right, sleep, sleep. So my current temperature is 72. My junction temperature is 78. And I am how many hours into it? 1 hour and 12 minutes into my stream at 1440p. And I'm recording at 1440p too. Using AV1 encoding. 8K or 9.5 bit rate, which is the highest I can do before, like, yeah, that's as much bandwidth as my cable provider will, or my internet provider will let me have. So if I buy a house and I live in the city, like downtown-ish, close to downtown, I can purchase DSL, or not DSL, fiber optic cable. Dog, that's 1 gigabit up and down. And then I'm like streaming at 4K. No, I don't know if this card can do. I don't know if I can do 4K. I need a 4K monitor, right? And I do not have a 4K monitor. I guess this is a technology where I can like render it at 4K and then down sample it to like my monitor 1440p. So like, or stream at 4K and then I don't know. There's ways. I mean, I'm sure I could do it if I wanted to, but I need the bandwidth. I can't do it on my Comcast bandwidth. I have to go move into the city and then switch providers and then pay like $100 a month. But then I'll have gigabit internet. A DSL up and down at the same time. Oh my god. Then I can be a hacker. You know, I can just like, you know, and I kick myself for not buying like a 2-bedroom. Well, no, I'm actually glad. So like a few years ago, when I was looking to buy a house, there was an apartment downtown, like an amazing apartment downtown on the ground floor, um, of this apartment that was right next to this beautiful creek, and it was pretty cheap. And I'm like, man, why is this beautiful 2-bedroom apartment downtown in a nice part of town next to this beautiful creek so cheap? And then I figured, I guess it's because it's next to the creek. I wonder if it floods. And then eventually I did like an internet search, and I like found out that, yeah, dude, it when it floods, it totally floods. And it floods. It's gonna flood more and more and more as climate change moves forward. So I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't buy that apartment, because it would have been flooded, and I would have been bumming, on the hook for it. See, that's the danger, like, of buying like real estate now, because it's like you have to buy in a place where climate change isn't gonna wreck you. Like, I wouldn't buy any oceanfront property at this point. That's just a stupid choice of thing to buy. Like, those people who bought oceanfront property better be wealthy, because they're not getting their money back or out at all. They're gonna lose their money, because no one's gonna buy a house that's gonna get eaten by the ocean. And you know what? And the funny thing is that it wouldn't have been a problem if there wasn't climate change. But but the powers that be didn't want to do anything about climate change. So shit's gonna get fucked up. Yeah, so I was talking about like power, right? Look at these nations. Look how they use their energy. They use their energy to like wage war and destroy people on the other side of that don't even live with them. Like so if a species like humans, hey. Oh wait, no. If a species like humans is not able to like control itself to the point where it's not going to waste its resources on destroying one another, why should it have access to unlimited energy? If it did, all it would do is just use it to destroy one another. Like, why would you even want to do it? So I start to think we're never going to solve climate change or world hunger or any of that stuff until we put down our violence. And where did violence come from? It came all the way from the very beginning. Remember when I told you about the story about Cain and Abel? Do you know the story about Cain and Abel? Like, so according to like the Jewish Bible, in the beginning, right? After Adam and Eve leave the Garden of Eden, they're not there anymore. Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, and they have 2 kids, and the 2 kids they have are named Cain, and the other one's named Abel. So like they grow up and they go off, they get their own wives and their own like families, and they're doing their own thing, right? Cain and Abel doing their own things, leading their own lives. So Cain is a farmer, and Abel is a shepherd. So Cain spends all his days, doing the farming thing, and Abel spends all his days doing the shepherd thing. So time comes to give a sacrifice to God. So Cain rounds up all his best crops, and he puts it on the altar and gives it to God. And then Abel gets his best calf, his best bull, his best like creature, and he kills it, slaughters it, and he puts it on the altar and gives it to God. And God comes down and looks at the offerings that the 2 brothers have given to him. And God says to Cain, the farmer, dude, what are you doing? This is not what I told you to do. This is not right. This isn't a good offering. And then he goes to Abel, the shepherd, and he says, good job, son. Good job. That's exactly right. So then they go off on their merry ways, right? Afterwards, they kept on going on with their lives. Well, Cain was pretty like, I don't know. His pride was wounded. His ego was wounded by God's rebukement of him and God's praise of Abel. Like Cain, so Cain plotted, and he said, "Hey Abel, why don't you come over to help me out real quick?" And Abel's like, "Oh, okay, sure, right? Trusting his brother. Why wouldn't you trust your brother?" So Abel totally trusts his brother and walks over to hang out with his brother, right? And Abel Cain murders Abel. Cain just fucking murders Abel. Fucking kills him. Abel walks over like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, my brother? What's up, friend? I would totally help you out. I'm so trusting. I love you, my brother." and Cain fucking kills him. And he's just like, fuck, he's dead. He falls over and he died. He bleeds into the earth, And then Cain goes on his way. La 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 la. And then one day God comes along, and God's like, "Hey Cain, what's up? I've been looking for your brother Abel. Do you know where he is?" And Cain is like to God, right? Cain to God. Cain to God says, "I don't know, dude. I don't know where Abel is. What do I look like? My brother's keeper?" And then God's like, "You motherfucker." Well, he doesn't say motherfucker, but he's like, you piece of shit. So I know what you did to your brother. I know you killed him. He when he died, his blood went into the earth, and the earth told me. So I know what's up. You're lying to me like you're smart or something, but I know what's up. So God cursed Cain and all his descendants. Okay, do you know? Okay, so I've already put forth that sometimes cultures will carry stories that didn't come from them. It didn't necessarily come from them. They have the story, but it's not their story. It didn't come from them. It came from somewhere else, and then they would adapt it for their own culture, but it didn't come from them. That's what happened with the Cain and Abel story. The Jewish people, have the Cain and Abel story in their book, in their beginning book. It's the beginning, right? It's the beginning. They have that story in their book as the beginning. But if you listen to the story, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense unless I can provide context for you. Ha 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 ha. The context. Remember, the Jews were slaves in two different places. They were slaves in Egypt, and they were slaves in Babylon. You know the story about Noah? How Noah built a ship and then the God floods the earth, and then Noah's the only one who lives because he's the only one who listened to God and built the ship. And then afterwards he repopulated the earth with all the animals he put on the ship. Remember that? That story did not come from the Jews. Or it might have, right? But it's one of their stories. But that same exact story, that same story, comes from Babylon, where the Jews were enslaved. And in the book, in the epic poem of Gilgamesh, Gilgamesh travels to visit a guy, and he's not called Noah. They call him something else. But he's the same thing. It's the same thing. He's the dude that survived the great flood that killed everyone else. And he asked him to bring back someone from the dead or something. And he said, no, I can't do that. But here, why don't you take this plant instead, and it will make you live forever, keep you young forever. And Gilgamesh is like, oh boy. So he took this plant from like Noah, but not Noah, but OG Noah. But he got tricked by a snake into losing it, and then the snake took it. So the snake gets to stay young forever. That's why it sheds its skin. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, that story, the Noah story, came from Babylon, and the Cain and Abel story came from somewhere else. Now, remember how I told you the Adam and Eve story? How it's like a story of evolution. How humans, the ancestors to humans, mastered fire, and in mastering fire, it changed them, and it changed them, their physiology, and it changed their brains by mastering fire, because it changed the way they ate food. Well, and that, remember, by eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge, that the Adam and Eve had to leave. They couldn't stay in the Garden of Eden anymore. Well, so that's one thing. So remember that evolution changed Homo erectus. It changed their jaw to make it smaller. So it shrunk their gut so that they needed to use fire in order to eat food. And it let them eat meat, and it helped them get more calories out of their food. So their brains grew bigger. Well, their brains could grow bigger because their jaw shrunk, and because their jaw shrunk, they could start making sounds with their mouth. And that was the beginning of speech. The word came into existence, and this is our ancestors, right? This is the beginning. So, but after this, remember, like, they were still pretty close to nature. Like, just because they got fire, like, they lived still pretty close to nature. Until the next big discovery. Fire was one big discovery because it was an unlock of energy. I mean, like, no other creature gets its energy from fire like humans can. So, but the other big unlock of energy was agriculture. Because as hunter-gatherers, the humans would follow the animals and follow the herds wherever they went and eat the food that was there, and then they would move on. And if there's no food, then they would die. And if there's plentiful food, then they would live. And they would just that was the way it was. But one day, some of the humans figured out agriculture, that you could plant these seeds and then come back and they would still be there. And then you could use the seeds to make food, make grain, to make food like bread, and you could store the grain and keep it for a long time. Like in hunter-gatherer, you couldn't store anything. You're always moving, and when all the food's gone, you move to somewhere else. You don't store anything. You have no extra. You can't take it with you. You're always moving like the animals. with the animals. But when you're a farmer, you're stuck in one place. You can't move anywhere. You have to stay where you are no matter what. Further, but also the benefit is that you can grow so much food that you have extra, that you have more food that you can eat, more calories than you can consume. So what does that mean? You can save those calories in a grain silo. And that means you can have an extra, a surplus. That does not happen in nature. There's no such thing as surplus in nature. The hunter-gatherer people don't have surplus. They don't have extra. They don't have extra. There's no such thing, right? But the farmers created a surplus. That means they could grow even if conditions were bad. They could grow no matter what. And so that's what they did. The farmer clan grew more and more and more. They took more and more and more land. And they discovered, here's the key. They discovered farming is fucking hard. Farming is a lot of work. Farming is labor intensive. And you know what? Sometimes you don't want to do it. In fact, you figured out a way that one human can produce enough food for a whole bunch of other humans without working. So that you're like, well then, instead of me doing all this work, why don't I find my brother who is a hunter-gatherer, find him, catch him, and enslave him, and make him do the agriculture. I will find my hunter-gatherer brother and enslave him and kill him with violence, and then make him do the work to do agriculture. That is the Cain and Abel story. That is what they're talking about. The Cain and Abel story is about how the farming people became slavers, and they enslaved and murdered the hunter-gatherer tribes to feed their farms and feed their empires, to grow no matter what. Even if nature says don't grow, the farmer people can grow anyways. Even if there's no food in the area, the farmer people can make their own food. So the farmer people, that is the story of Cain and Abel. It's where both of those stories, the Adam and Eve story and the Cain and Abel story, are about where humans get their energy. I think this is good. Let's go home, horsey. So, as long as we are a culture, because we are the children of the farmers, because like Mesopotamia and Egypt and Rome and all those ancient, and Greece and all those ancient societies used slave labor for everything. And you can only have slave labor if you use violence. All of our society is based on violence. How can we as a species handle unlimited nuclear power when we are still preoccupied with violence? How can we do it? How can we be so arrogant to say, oh yeah, we can totally fucking handle this shit? Motherfucker, you're still waging war. You spend stupid amounts of energy just to fucking go across the world to wage war. Are you really wise enough to have unlimited energy? When you use it to go across the entire world to wage war, are you really wise enough for that? I mean, I'm asking all humankind, not just the United States, because every nation has been guilty of spending stupid amounts of energy to travel across the world to wage war, to do violence, which is the ultimate of the original sin of Cain and Abel, of Cain. It is the perpetuation of this ancient sin that must be resolved if humans are to evolve. Do you want access to unlimited energy? Renounce violence. Because until you renounce violence, all you're going to do is use your unlimited energy to create more violence and suffering. That's all you're going to do. So why should you have it? You're just going to destroy yourselves. Renounce violence. As a society. Not as an individual. I mean, I guess you have to start as an individual, right? Start with the man in the mirror. That's not violence. That's defense. You see? That's the difference. So yeah, we need to not get into a war with China because we need to tackle climate change. And the way we tackle climate change is by changing our source of energy. The whole reason why Russia was empowered to invade Ukraine was because Europe gave Russia so much money for their oil. So much money. Billions of dollars over how many years flowed from Europe to Russia because Russia gave them energy to Europe. And Germany became an economic powerhouse. Why? Cheap energy from Russia. That's why. That's why Germany was an economic powerhouse. Cheap energy from Russia. I mean, that's why the United States is an economic powerhouse. Cheap energy from domestic sources. Energy is key to everything. That's why China is smart about getting molten salt nuclear reactors from thorium. Even if it's using old school technology of not fusion but fission. If they can get it to work, it'll be like good enough. It'll be better than anything the West has. Like, it's not fusion, but it's better than anything the West has. The West is still fucking burning shit and messing with light water reactors like dumbasses. You should have listened to Alvin Weinberg. Okay. Man, I'm talking for days and days and days. To who? Nobody. To myself. Who do I talk to? Nobody, dude. Nobody wants to talk to you. They do, but people want to talk to you. But the thing is, you can't relate to anybody. That's the problem. It's not that people don't want to talk. It's that you can't relate. That's why I like Minecraft. Minecraft is like a universal thing to relate to, but I can't find any adults into Minecraft. I mean, does this look like a child's game to you? Look at these shaders. Look at these shaders, man. took a lot of work to make all this stuff. When I'm at home and I'm playing with my Legos. Put them together on the only way that they go. Put them all together, then break them all down again. Let's see, what am I looking for? Okay, I'm gonna look at that picture. Where's that picture? Pagoda, oh shit. Pagoda! Man, okay, so don't get tricked out by that intricate stuff in the bottom. You can use, oh, I didn't bring enough spruce. Yeah, not nearly enough spruce. Probably these freaking sticks, man. What are you doing? Why'd you bring sticks? What? Like, what are you doing? Alright, I need spruce and... Oh. So, should I use motion, Oh, look, my fucking... I wonder if my router just, like, chokes out. Is that the problem? No, my router feels pretty cool. Well... I don't know. Because it's like 10 at night, dude. Come on. You can't be, like, hating on me at 10 at night. Oh, it's 10 at night. I gotta stop. Alright. It's 10 at night, dude. I gotta stop. I've been going 42 minutes. Okay. Alright, dudes. We're done. I gotta stop. Alright. Have a very good night. Peace.